Well, welcome everybody. It's Heidi Kaisend at Hen Chicks Studio in Conrad, Iowa, and we are glad that you are with us tonight for our product showcase. And for the next hour or so, we will be showing you lots of different I think exciting things that we've got going on here at Hen Chicks Studio. It's a new year. That means there's going to be new product. Oh, even new product that came in today. It's so exciting, so exciting. So we're super glad to have you along tonight. Those of you who are regular, thank you for coming back. Those of you who are new, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Sometimes we have extra people. We do not have a lot of extra things going on, extra people. So Jamie and I are trying to man all the places. And so if something seems goofy, just give us a little grace because we try to cover all the bases.
Yes.
And come on in, Jamie.
Do remember too. So since it's, you know what, we need a name for ourselves, like the dynamic duo. Or something that would be.
I don't know.
Can't think of anything.
Creative couple? I'm not.
That might be.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Creativity. I don't know. Okay, well, what do we need to name
Super
that for?
Chicks.
Super Chicks. Oh, I like
There we
that.
go. Yeah.
I like that.
Anyway.
I like that.
So just remember, because it is just the two of us, we aren't probably going to be able to get very many links into the comments tonight as we're typically able to do. We'll get them on. Keep following us, of course, on social media and stuff. We'll try to get all those links and other items of interest, questions answered, all that sort of stuff. But
right, and it might be tomorrow morning. Our crew that comes in tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Certainly ask.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, because we'll go back and look.
Absolutely. And the thing that you should know is that the more times you comment tonight and ask those questions is going to give you a better opportunity to win a prize at the end of the hour. And we've got 5 nice prizes. And so it'll be very exciting.
Sure to inspire your next little project.
That's exactly right. So definitely, the more you comment, the better. Like, let's start off, for example. Where are you watching from? Something that's always exciting to us.
Some people were already telling us.
Oh, good.
That.
See, we're training them. I love it. We're training them. So that is wonderful. So tell us where you're watching from, and that we'll get started that way. Now, a couple of things about how to purchase things. Right. We send everybody back to our website because our website, if you haven't been there, is very user-friendly. It is has a lot of in-depth information, of course, with extra links. So we often recommend that you have 2 pages open, if you want to say, that you're watching us on Facebook and then you've got our website open. We try very often to say the SKU number. So, for example, this is FQ262. So if you go to the search bar and type that in, you're going to get that product. It's going to go directly to that product. And that's a way to find it. We'll try to always do that. But again, if we don't, we'll put it in the link later if you're not sure what it is that we were talking about.
So the difference is it's not a comment sold site. I mean, we don't upload our products to that. We are strictly going from our website for you to purchase your products.
Right. So if you see something, like say you like this, which isn't it very pretty, this Elysian, and you say sold, wonderful. We love it that you're loving it. That's just, gives us the inspiration that you're loving it.
I'm going to check on
yes,
this real
quick. But we definitely want to make sure that you realize that is not going to get you the purchase. Okay, so let's say, for example, that you like this, and then we show you this, and you like that, and then you say, oh, wait a minute, 10 minutes later, you like this. You can place as many orders as you want tonight, and we will combine them all in the morning. So if you have to have it shipped, and you are worried that you're going to get charged $8.50 every time for shipping, do not worry. If you place 10 orders in the next hour or the next 12 hours, we will combine all of those. And yes, every once in a while, one slips through, but don't you worry. We'll take care of you by getting you a refund for that $8.50. So don't worry if it does slip through that we didn't catch. But something that's really helpful is if you place an order in the notes field, write us little notes like, this is, I'm placing, this is my second order. ship it with the previous order. All of that. We love those kinds of notes. They're helpful as we try to put things together, okay? So that is something that's important. The other exciting thing is that there's always exciting things going on. Tonight, for the first time, we sent out a text message to remind you. Now, we can the way our system works, we have to add you in and we have to click a button. And so I've been trying in the last few emails to say, if you want to get a text message, this sounds so funny, you have to email us to tell us you want to text.
Well,
and I know that
we don't want to just do a generic. We understand that some people may not want to receive a text message, but the good news about it is we're not talking like every day. It's like events like this.
That's right. 2 to 3 times a month. We will be very cautious of that. We will not do every unboxing or anything like that because that would be overwhelming. But so if you got the text message tonight and you were glad, awesome. If you got the text message and you didn't want it, you can unsubscribe from that. And if you didn't get a text message and you want it, just send us an email at info@henandchicksstudio.com. Stacy will be checking that, and she's trying.
Keep her busy.
Yes, we got to keep her busy and get all that. So that's exciting.
Yes.
That's exciting. We all got them. We're like, oh, look it. We know Hen Chicks Studio is texting us.
Because everybody needs the reminder sometimes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're happy to do that.
Right. So as we get started tonight, you're going to comment as often as you possibly want to on whatever it is. And again, we'll follow up with all of those and keep going back to our website. That's where you're going to actually buy things is our website. And if you just need to make a shopping list.
Right. Exactly. Or wish list, whichever.
Wish list, yes.
And as you're commenting, and we are glancing at them and stuff, I saw somebody mention that they have been sewing on their Stash Buster all day, which is awesome. But you're also commenting with your friends in the community that are watching too.
Yes.
So it's also a good way to inspire other people and give each other ideas and such.
And this is a great time that if you want to share our post right now, share the Facebook post that has us going live to your quilting friends. We love that. The more the merrier. This is not an exclusive group,
and they don't even have to be quilting friends.
That's right, because it's always interesting who's watching and what they're watching and all that. So that's another great way, because of course word of mouth is the best way to find out about Hen Chicks Studio. Okay, we got to get started.
Are you ready? Because
the table is overflowing to the side of us here.
All right, let's start with Scrap School.
Oh yes,
we've talked about Scrap School before. Last month? Yeah, last month.
We talked
about, and I think you can see it over my shoulder up to the top up there. We talked about this book and utilizing some of the different patterns in this book and some of the different projects that you could do with them. The first one that we talked about, and same thing when we have a pattern, you're really going to see that tonight. A pattern can have multiple uses and multiple looks according to the fabric choices that you use.
Right, and I think it is so important that when you buy a pattern, that there's value in it, that it doesn't have to be a once and done. There can be different options. It can look different in different ways.
And the same thing when you invest in a book. Has multiple patterns in it. So our first one we did talk about was While at Lunch.
And I have to say, I really appreciated a young gal that came in. And she said she likes to buy books because the value is so good. Because how many patterns are actually in here?
Gosh, I don't know.
I don't even know. Is there 8, 7, 8?
Several patterns.
Several. But if you paid $10 to $12 for every one of those, you would end up with like 100.
11.
Okay, so you would end up with $111 $10 book kind of thing. And instead, it's only
$27.99.
So for the price of 3 patterns, individual patterns, you're getting a lot. Okay,
so this is the first one we talked about. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about it because we've shown them before with the different options and being able to place them. Okay.
Yep, and so we create often fat quarter bundles. This is FQ 263 for the blues. This is FQ 265 for the whites, and somewhere there's a gray one as well.
Yep, but we also suggested a yellow.
Oh yeah, can you imagine? You could do blue and yellow. You could do different combinations. The yellow is FQ 277. And remember, when we're showing you these things, like if you look in your stash and you say, I don't have much yellow.
Oh, it's a great way. This is a
great stash builder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are going to come back later. those
yes,
ones for something else too.
We're going to show you.
Okay. Then the next one that we showed, kind of like a mini project, a mini quilt that we made of this one, is it all adds up using the same of the blue colors. But again, another great pattern in this book with multiple ideas. You could use scraps, you can buy.
Yep, and we just used, in that particular case, we used leftovers from this quilt to make the version. And again, you can see all that. So then, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't even know, you were showing some Stripology cutting with the new collection, Morrison Park, from Pat Sloane. I got to get my names right. And a Groovy Garden.
Yes.
Played with the Groovy Garden.
Yep.
And we were talking about, and anytime we talk about a video, and you say, well, I didn't see that video, not to worry. We've actually created, if you go on our website under the inspiration tab, there is the first drop down is video, and it is just I'm going to say video. It's all the videos with a quick word kind of thing to describe what it is, and you can click on them, and we're trying to make it a quick guide for you to go and see all those videos. Okay, so I was kind of excited about what we were doing in Charming.
Yep.
So
this
Charming.
is our next one that we're going to show you is Charming. Super sweet. You could do it completely scrappy.
Completely scrappy. So
but we wanted to show a couple different things.
Yes. And it felt so good to sew this holiday weekend. I have to tell you, I was at the sewing machine for multiple hours, and boy, was it fun. Sometimes I don't get to do that. So we worked with Groovy Garden, and we have the Purplicious Fat Quarter Bundle, which is FQ 255, and the Groovy Garden Aqua Wave, which is FQ 254. Okay, and so the no repeats in these two. They may look similar, but there's no repeats in those two. So we took those two bundles plus.
And then another option you're going to see, and I'm sure the suspense is killing them.
I know.
Yeah.
Because they're right here.
Yes. Is the Morrison Park Fat Quarter Bundle. And this, again, was featured with our Pat Sloane video of our first creative conversation. Excellent. Yes. It was so much fun to listen to. But this one is FQ281. And we know we may not be able to get these up super close to you tonight just because of the limited... we don't have any. We don't have guide little elves.
We don't have spaghetti arms either. I can't. I mean, I do have long arms.
But simple. Open it up on your browser. So, playing with some different ideas and different options of how to lay out your fabrics and coordinate them with different things.
Yes.
So the first one we started with was
we'll do Morrison Park.
Morrison Park.
So this is a Pat Sloane fabric collection. And we just had so much fun with Pat, like you said, in December. That conversation is still available. And we're so excited that we are the first shop to actually have gotten her birdsong collection.
Which we'll show you again
later.
Yes,
we'll show you later. Okay. So, unveil this. I did not make the entire quilt, just a wall-hanging version of Charming. Now, this background, this cream right here, and the red are not part of the Pat Sloane Morrison collection, because this is where in order to extend it,
and I'm gonna go around and pull that up
you do that. And so we basically took the fat quarter bundles for the blocks and then made the sashing and did that. So that has a light version. Yeah, she's getting it all folded, so pretty.
We gotta make it look nice here so you can see.
And again, that's the Charming.
So it has the light background. This is a melange in here. And then you'll see the sashings in here is just a little white that pulls out all the colors. A very sweet looking quilt. And this is out of a different one, but all of these are the Morrison Park. Okay?
Yeah. And every quilt in the, I mean, for most of them, I think, can be made either smaller or larger. Mm-hmm. They don't give optional sizes like some of the patterns that we might offer, when we talk about optional sizes. But by all means, I just, I knew I didn't want to make it as big. And so I just kind of roughly calculated. So I ended up with a few extra pieces here and there.
But look, wouldn't it make a cute pillow?
Oh, it'd make a very cute pillow. Yes. And I love how the collection of fabric has like the pop of gold and the pop of red and blue. I mean, there's some lights, there's some darks, there's some mediums, and I liked how it created the look that it did.
Yeah, it kind of, what I say, it's kind of a retro modern-y type look at the same time, which
Yes.
kind of sounds
Yes.
weird, but it really is. Okay.
Yes. And then we go to Groovy Garden, which is a Jason Yenter fabric collection. And Jason definitely has a fun, colorful look. And in the next couple of days, we'll have to also post. I did a lot of playing around with backgrounds and took photos. I mean, if that's something that you aren't sure, like how do you select that background fabric? I laid the blocks out on multiple colors and took photos so that I could get a distance from them and start to have a little perspective as to what that would look like. So, without further ado.
This one is a completely different look. Voila. Is that not fun?
And I think it looks like stained glass. Like the colors are just popping off of that. Again, in this particular case,
all the
fabrics except for the black are Jason Yenter. The black and white, this one is not included in the fat quarter bundles. The fat quarter bundles is what made up the 4 patch units. This is a different piece. And so we don't have a kit per se for this. And she's going to come up close again. And I'm going to pick this up so it just doesn't, we don't have to keep tripping. And ideally we wish we could create kits for everything. But if this is something you like, we love helping you create your own kit. And so if this is something you like and you say, you know what, I want that, by all means, we can start you off with the fat quarter bundles, and then you can move to the other fabrics as well. So just so much fun to do that. And again, all from the scrapbook, the book, which, where did we lay with it? Where did we lay it?
Right here.
Right here, underneath all the things.
Let's lay these here so they can see the same pattern.
Yep, and we've got
2 different combinations.
Yep.
I'll open it up to the pattern we used. That's what one of the lovely things about this book is you could really take any of these things that we are showing you and apply it to any of the patterns in the book.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of good uses for it.
Great way to show how same project pattern could be used.
And of course, all of our collections, you can always add fabric from your own stash if you want to build it up or do more.
Yeah.
So,
super fun on that one.
Absolutely. Well, while we're talking about Morrison Park, which we just set those up here until we can't, see anything else until we're stacked up. While we're talking about Morrison Park, that was one of the Pat Sloane collections. Let's look at Birdsong.
Yep. Okay.
And find that. And so again, if you want to go back and listen to the interview with Pat, we did that, Pat and Roseanne and I. It was a wonderful conversation. And Birdsong is the collection that's not due out until
it's right behind you, Heidi,
April. Oh yes, thank you. Right here. It's so pretty in willow, pink, and blue. Yeah. And so the panel is so pretty. There's a great free pattern that Pat is designing to use this panel. There you go. Very well. Use it efficiently in a quilt. I love how she has made this the center of the quilt and then separated these out and stuff. And it comes in both the blue-green version, a blue version. The fat quarter bundle is FQ279.
And we sold out of that one in the pink willow version, and I don't know the fat quarter number.
Oh, yes.
We were trying to get it done.
So type in Birdsong and you
should come up.
Yes. And the panels are 11787.
But this gives you an idea of this color wave here.
You bet. And 11786. Those are the panels. Yeah, isn't it? It's so pretty.
And it's not available anywhere but Hen Chicks right now.
That's right. And we're seeing a lot of these colors come out in some of the fabrics that we're seeing come into the store right now. So
very popular.
Yes, and we've got Pat's thread and her book and stuff. So just lots of fun things from Pat. I'm gonna pass those. Oh, should I set them over here? I'll put that over there at the moment. Okay. Well, another fun collection that we recently got in was Modern Love. That was just last week. Yes. Now, I have to look around me. Is Modern Love?
It's right here.
Modern.
I got you.
Oh, you got me. You got me all covered. Awesome. And so Jamie has been busy up here while I've been on the computer trying to get all the fabric in the system. So I come up and go, oh, look how pretty this is. So Modern Love is from Northcott, and we divided it into 2 fat quarter bundles. No repeats in either of those. FQ 285 and FQ 286. We're calling this one Hope and this one Joy. They both have 8 fat quarters in them.
I'm going to bring this up just a little bit because I think, I like words on fabric, but the fabric, this one, the words on it is so cute.
Yeah.
And then this one, of course, has the love on it as well.
Yes. And the fabrics the colors are so vibrant and colorful. And
it's right there. You just can't see it.
Right. Yes. And so the pattern that they recommended was from Swirly Girls called Grand Central. And I took the opportunity, and you know what? Maybe I'll show. To me, it looks rather complicated. And even the girls said to me when I was working on it this weekend that they said, well, Mom, it went together fast that they're like, well, it's not really as hard as it looks. And I love patterns like that because that way
you look like you did something really
super
hard, and it wasn't not that bad.
And I was going to look for the diagram in black and white. Let's see if I can put my finger on. Yes, here we go. This maybe helps just simplify it just a little bit in grayscale so that you can see that it is blocks and pinwheels. It really is a very simple with a center. Now you could put a panel in the center, but of course they're recommending that we use just the yardage.
Right.
And so we do have the pattern as well as the kits for this. And I made this, like I said, over the weekend. Let's see. Oh, not sideways. There we go. I think we'll keep going. There, you've got the top now. There we go. And so this is Modern Love Grand Central. So the fabric collection is Modern Love. And the pattern is called Grand Central by Swirly Girls. And it really did go together very quickly. I could see it in so many different combinations of what are the possibilities. But I just have to talk a little bit about, we've been talking about the Stripology rulers for months, and by all means, I know the benefits of the Stripology ruler because I've seen them firsthand.
Yes, but now you really know the benefits.
That's right. But there are those defining moments when you are using it and you are so hooked. And this weekend was one of them, working on this quilt, because when you make the pinwheel blocks, so you have to make all these pinwheel blocks, you make them, uses the method where you cut 2 squares, you draw a line down the middle, you sew on both sides, then you cut them apart, you open them up, you trim them, well, you're supposed to trim them. And at that point in the game, I don't know about anybody else, but you're listening to the Hallmark movie, I'm not paying full attention, and I just start putting them all together. And then I realize that as I've made all the pinwheels, they're not all the same size. And so I go back and I read the instructions, and I realize that I was supposed to have trimmed
them to a certain size.
Yes, and all the individual blocks. Not a problem. Not when you have the Stripology ruler. And so, pull those out.
We're going to show.
So I only had at home.
First, because that's what you use.
Yes, at home I had the Stripology XL. And when I got to the part where I was trimming them, and I've been around the block a few times, I've trimmed a few blocks, and I don't know about anybody else, but where you try to find the center, and then you try to rotate your block, and you're doing all this kind of stuff. I'm telling you, this was so slick that it's like, why the heck have I not been using this for years? Now, of course, it hasn't been designed for years, but she makes it so easy because literally right here, these white lines are the size of your finished. And the spot here in the middle, I lined it up with the pinwheel. I literally could, let me see if I can do it. I don't know if I can.
And we've shown this before, but we'll come back to it and maybe do a little bit more of a video specifically with this again.
And I literally did not have to worry because, it sounds easy to trim a block,
but it can be tricky.
You can't trim off of just one side.
Right.
And this makes sure
that you're getting it equal.
You're trimming evenly on all sides. Now, the thing that as I'm cutting and I'm moving this big ruler, I'm thinking, yep, people ask us all the time, why do I need more than one?
Right.
And if all you could afford is one, or all you,
this
whatever.
is what we would recommend.
I would absolutely recommend the XL, because you can do everything. But boy, oh boy, when I got back to the store this morning, I'm like, yep, this would have been so slick, because the largest size on this ruler is 6.5 inches, and that's what I had to trim with.
So imagine the difference, Heidi. So let's fold this down just a little bit so they get the idea more. So she's working with this kind of
this one
sizing,
block,
right? And I know you can't necessarily see super well, but she was having to line it up this way with her X in the middle.
Yep.
And then trim it this way and move. So she had a lot of extra space here versus
if I'd had this, I could have just put this down and had a much smaller ruler. And man alive, if I'd had the rotating cutting mat, I would have just been slicking that, you know.
Yep, because you can just, instead of having to really pick up and turn everything, you can just rotate.
Right. There's a lot of different ways that you could have used this.
Right.
So again, and even the squared, so just so you understand, there's the mini. Even the squared would have been easier than the XL, but the mini would have been great. Now, if it was an 8.5 inch block, this mini wouldn't have worked.
Right.
It wouldn't have worked. But then the squared would have been even a better option at that point. So, needless to say, you know, I have said over the years, I am not a tool collector. Because you know what I mean? I mean, I am not, because I always think if you are going to buy a tool, you've got to be able to justify it. Well, let me tell you, they're all going home with me now, because I've just justified it over the weekend as to why I need all 3 of them in our arsenal at home. And
it is a time saver too.
It
really.
is.
So it really
and it was also a stress. I didn't have to think about it. So there's my testimony for this evening. And obviously Modern Love, we'll be getting that quilted and that up. There are kits for that. I don't have the kit number up here, but if you type in Modern Love, you will find that.
Keep this out.
Oh yes, oh yeah.
Because we were just talking about how it's nice to have multi-use in a pattern. One of the things that I think attracts both of us when we're looking at patterns is different opportunities to use different things and different methods. Well, this Grand Central actually has a kind of a secondary pattern in it called Baby Grand. And so tagging on to what Heidi did as far as the Stripology Ruler, super, super duper time saver, because I started the Baby Grand. Now, not finished. Anybody else have anything not finished? But stay tuned. So close.
There's just so many hours in a day.
If I didn't have to work, I could have had it done.
That dang job gets in the way.
Okay, so let's talk about how we came up with the idea for this one.
Yes.
And pull it out.
And I have to, we're going to talk about, at this point, we're going to talk about wide backs.
Right.
And again, we did a video last week showing off some of our wide backs and talking a little bit about how to use wide backs or different ways to use wide backs. And when we got to this particular project, I'm like, yep, here's one more reason to.
So here's the black or grayscale,
black and white,
whatever you want to say, version of the Baby Grand right here. Okay. It calls for the center to be some sort of a panel, and then you put to make it the right size.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, as I'm thinking about this, Jamie, and thinking, part of me is wondering, like, how are the comments doing? Because you guys, we can't see. Do you know what? I think we should challenge them to help each other answer the questions.
Oh.
They might be able to help us.
True.
If you can go to our website and you find the link and post it on there for your friends, thank you. Go right ahead. But all of a sudden I'm thinking, you know, we should be enlisting all of them to help us.
You're right.
You can be part of the Hen Chicks crew.
Okay, so from this, wide backs. Again, we've talked before about how you can use a bigger, larger print of a regular fabric in place of a panel. It doesn't always have to be a panel, but let's take it a step further. Wide back, we typically just think, use it
going on the back.
Well, you can use it for piecing. You can use it for other things. In this instance, we used it in place of
the center
or the panel. So it started. It's not finished.
Just one border left. Top and bottom borders is all that's left.
But we use this wide back with the music notes. Now the cool thing is, so you can see on this certainly how that Stripology Ruler, because it's your strip piecing, sewing it together, came in super handy. There's some tips that I think eventually we'll come back and share with how to make that more efficient in sewing as well. But this is a wide back here. Now what's the cool thing about this? When it's done,
there's enough left over of the wide back, and it's your backing. So you are ready to go. It's already themed to go with it. You're set.
Yep.
You're set.
Very simple.
And of course we were talking about that. It's not too early to be thinking about graduation, people.
Oh yeah,
I have a graduation this year.
Yep.
I'm the mother of a senior, and school colors. Like the border could be your school colors, so that if you have a musician in your family, that that would be perfect for that. So that's something to be
and
thinking
of course the music notes both Jackie and I tended to, because both of us are pianists. We both play the piano, and actually fun fact, maybe they could each tell us a fun fact about themselves. But fun fact about me that you probably didn't know, my degree is in elementary education, but I started as a music major.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
yes, I did know that. And you are a beautiful pianist, as Jackie is as well. You guys, I can maybe hit it. I used to play. Yeah, maybe. I might be able to remember that. That I could still do. I'm always. It's one of those things.
But music speaks to the heart, and so if you have somebody, we picked this wide back for a couple reasons. But one, it's way different. But it's also it's different than what you would think of as a typical piecing type thing. But it's also giving you a different idea of how you can utilize a wide back to complete a project. And we did talk about that, just using a wide back and just a wide back, different backing.
And we can't pick up and move around today, but the day we were discussing what we should do, we were coming up with all sorts of combinations, like this. I think this fat quarter bundle, which is Daydreamin', this is the Plaster of Paris FQ 275. It looked good with a couple multiple, yes. And I'm like, you could do this pattern. We'd have to really check the math to make sure that when you cut your wide back that you had enough for both the center and the backing. But oh my gosh, we were like, oh, this could be stunning. That be your featured fabric.
Right. And the neat thing about that pattern, as we mentioned, is if you didn't want to do this one, you already have a built-in baby grand piano.
Yes.
Baby grand
pattern.
There
Got
it.
it. Yeah. It's all those P's. We got it.
It is. So just a different way to utilize things that are at your fingertips, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And kind of fun. Anybody else like music out there? You don't even have to be a musician to like music, because
that's right.
Well, we sing around here all the time. Well, correction, I sing around here all the time.
Well, and Stacy has a love for music as well. So we like to have a little fun around here. So, okay. So as we're talking about wide backs and you're folding that up, one of the things that we do know about, I'm going to say, trying to calculate wide backs, it can sometimes be, and you know what, I printed the chart off and I left it in the back, but that's okay. If you just go to our website and type in backing yardage, you'll go to our free download, I'm going to call it chart, where I did some generic measurement of the quilt, the yardage you would need in 44/45 inch wide fabric, and then what you would need in wide back. People ask us if it's cheaper to do wide back. Depends.
There's so many factors with anything you're doing, so it's hard for us to say.
Yeah, and then there's just, at some point, there is a limitation, even though I said I was going to go all in on wide backs, and I've gone all in, and there's a ton of them back there. That's still not as big of a selection. Now, interestingly enough, Modern Love, which we showed you, that's that pattern, that collection came with a wide back that matched it. And I do have some Kim Deals that would look great with the Kim Deal collection, even if they're not part of Right as Rain. But we can't say that about every collection. Right. And so we've tried to find ones that are more tonal, And again, there's multiple.
Some that are very colorful.
Some that are very, very colorful.
Some plaids, some patriotics. It's a
Yes.
good variety. WB is, if you type in WB,
and
all
then-
of them should come up underneath there, or search wide back. There's multiple ways to find that category
Yes.
on our website.
Yes. So anyway, so that'll be all about wide backs. And again, there's benefits for the long armor to not have seams to deal with. I mean, there's all sorts of things, but and this, of course, some of us just don't like to have to sew that seam.
Exactly.
So that's
right.
all
right.
good.
Okay, so let's break into. It's not too late.
Oh, that's-
It's not too late.
It's not too late to still be a part of our Feathered Friends Club for 2022.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we've been working all day on Feathered Friends. It is such a fun club. Basically, you get a surprise package in the mail every month.
Yep.
And you can be a chick, a hen, or a rooster. It's not too late to sign up. Don't ever worry. If we get to a point that we can't provide, like if you said in 2 weeks from now that you wanted to be a part of it, if I can't provide you with January, then we'll tell you and we would start you with February.
Right.
So it's not like
You don't want to miss on January.
No, you don't. No.
Because I don't know if any
No.
of that fabric is gonna.
And it won't
even
at this
put it
point.
on
No,
the
it
floor.
won't hit the floor. So it's really fun. Just a couple of things about Feathered Friends. One, everybody gets a newsletter, and in there you get a project. The first project is from Sloane, and so she showed it actually during the presentation that we did with her. And then everybody gets a discount card. The discount is based on the level that you come in at. So really, if you become a member of the Feathered Friends, you never have to purchase anything at full price
Right.
at Hen Chicks Studio for the rest of the year, because you can use that discount on anything that's full price. So yes, we offer coupons, we offer discounts, but there's always that trip to the store that you weren't planning. Guess what? You can use your Feathered Friend discount. It works online and in person. I should have counted how many states we're already shipping to.
Oh yeah, we.
I was reading them off today, and I should have said that. It's so exciting. Because maybe we could have said, hey, we need somebody from a certain state, but I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the fun part is that every month you get product. It's based on, again, the level that you come in at. So, for example, in January, chicks are getting everything they need to make a table runner top. The hens are getting the main prints for a wall hanging. They have to add the background, which we're going to give them options to, if they want to choose from something that we have. Of course, they can choose from their own. And then roosters are getting a complete kit for a small wall hanging.
Yeah.
And so we'll, and the patterns all come with those things.
It's not super small.
That's not super small.
Yeah.
No, it's 40 by 50, 50 somewhere in there.
It's a decent size.
Yeah, it is a decent size. It is a decent size. So, you know what I mean? We try to make it fun. We've got some fun things planned, of course. And again, there's other benefits with those. You can go to our webpage, henandchicksstudio.com/featheredfriends, and find all the benefits. And you sign up. Basically, you sign up it's just like a no cost thing. And then we confirm to make sure we have your right address. We get your payment on file. And then every month around the 1st of the month, we charge, and then they ship around the 10th.
Or pick up in the store.
We haven't charged anybody's yet because we're still trying to get everybody in. But they are, I think we'll all be scheduled to go out on or be ready on Monday, the 10th. So that's exciting.
Super fun. Okay, I know earlier that somebody said that's a very pretty quilt behind us. Well, I'm not sure exactly which quilt they were talking about behind us, but let's go with this one on the chair.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of our new ones.
This is a brand new store sample. We have not showed it to anybody until we've shown it to you tonight. And it is gorgeous.
And we worked a long time because we started with our inspiration piece of the Montag Fat Quarter Bundle. Now
and this is FQ 171.
We love that fat quarter bundle, and we just wanted the right pattern to go with it.
Right.
And so we finally found
there's 20 fat quarters in here.
This one called Shooting Stars.
Who's the designer on that one? That one is Busy Hands Quilts. Yes, right. I think so. Busy Hands Quilts.
Yes.
Okay.
So, cool thing I'll show you on the back. But
hold that. Shooting
a
Stars.
lot of times, and if you've been watching or following us at all, we like obviously try to mix things up and show different things. You'll notice on this one, it has what I would call your more traditional light background.
Yep. And in the pattern, I'm going to come up here for a second. And
back
on the back side, it showed a dark version. And so there is the front shooting stars, and there is the dark version. Okay, so I better go back because it's a big quilt. Better help
I'm not gonna
Jamie.
get all the way, but we kind of used
I got this corner.
a brown medium tone. I don't know what you call it.
It's like a taupey.
But it really pops off the color.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's stunning. It just really sticks out. I can look over on another computer and see it from even a distance, and it really is a striking quilt.
Yes.
So, and we do have, do we have this tagged in as a kit? I can't remember how we did that.
I don't.
We'll have to look. But we have plenty of this background that if you like it, or if you've already bought the Montag and you're thinking, oh, that's what I'm going to do with it because you needed inspiration, we can work with you on that.
But let's not stop there. So, same thing with this quilt. Let's talk about.
It won't go back on as pretty as it came off, but that's
okay.
all right. Yep.
Let's talk about it because 20 fat quarters, I believe, is what it used.
Okay, so 20 fat quarters in this. Let's start with this.
Let's start with this because this was, of course, a Jami idea.
Yeah.
So what if you did white stars?
So that's where it's red and blue in the pattern.
And there's some grays in there too.
Yep.
But made it a dark background.
Wouldn't that be stunning?
Yeah.
That would be
Pop it off. And of course, you could take a darker background like this and make it pink. I don't know, whatever colors you wanted, but that black and white contrast, and the grays, very, very
it would be
too.
It would be gorgeous.
So, same thing, several different. Of course, we could go back to these that
we've already shown these.
But I like the yellow. I actually like the yellow one.
Could you do yellow?
Yep. And I got some more. Don't worry, I have more ideas. Look at this one.
Can you imagine how gorgeous that would be? And against black.
Oh, against a dark background.
Would be.
Yes.
It'd be just stunning.
Fabulous.
Stunning.
And it could be a printed background. It could be a colorful black background.
And this is playful, and it's FQ 143. And this might be the last one of this. I can't remember.
I don't know.
FQ 143, and that has 20 fat quarters in it.
Okay, so then how about all of our patriotic friends? Our people making
that are looking, and this quilt. Okay, so it measures the. Hold on a second. I gotta just get here. We did the throw size, which is 60 by 72, and so that's 60 by 72. You can. There also is a queen on here that's 90 by 108 if you needed to. Obviously, you'd need more fabric, but the 60 by 72, and if that wasn't quite big enough for a Quilts of Valor, it would be easy to either make more blocks or put a border on if you needed to.
And I believe the throw is big enough. I think
it is.
But the Tonga Freedom Patriotic Bundle, again, could look very good in that. Another 20 fat quarter bundle.
And like, say for example, say you really wanted the background to be a blue, well then you would use the reds and whites, or more likely you would take the creams out, make the cream the background, and put the reds and the blues in the stars. I mean, there's different ways of doing it.
And Color Harmony is a 16. I love this fat quarter bundle.
Oh, it is. And you've got a couple other projects, I think, in the back thinking you're going to make with it.
This is 16, so you'd have to supplement maybe a couple other ones in there too. But this one, a great jump start. Of course, you might have something in your own stash that you can put in with it for that. But this one is FQ 259. Love that. But again, loving to show you, giving you creative opportunities to kind of bring in some other stuff and get some different things that you might like.
Yes. Now I was trying to see what else they might be looking at. So just to point out, let's this one right here. That is, I'm going to just show a little bit of it. Yes, that one. That is Friendship Abounds, and it is our free stash buster for the month of January. And we do have that kit, and the kit is QK 2201, $94.95. And of course, the pattern is free and is included. It is a beautiful collection of black, gold, kind of rusty colors. And
there's two. The thing we loved about this one, which when we showed it,
was our inspiration piece, was a dark background. Yeah, we've been talking about it with some color in it. So that's our inspiration piece for this one.
Absolutely.
And then we built it.
So sometimes you start with the fat quarter bundle. Sometimes you start with the background.
That's right. So what is the Stash Buster? How do you get it? How do you get involved, right? Because I know that so many people are loving it. And in fact, somebody, last week when we announced it, I said my phone would be chiming, and somebody earlier today asked online if my phone was going nuts. I actually had to put it on silence this weekend because you were so busy downloading our free Stash Buster pattern. So go to our website. There's a tab that says Stash Buster. All of the instructions are there. All of the links are there. But basically, you download the pattern, and if you choose to make it in the size that we show it, and have the top either brought in or uploaded by the 15th of February.
But don't make it smaller.
Don't make it smaller. It's got to be the same size or larger.
Yep.
And this one, I'm actually surprised that we haven't had somebody upload it yet. After especially a wintry weekend.
I mean, geez, guys. 4 hours came and went, and nobody had uploaded it yet.
That's right. But you earn 40% off your entire order of $40 or more. So say if there's any of this stuff that you're loving and you're wanting to save a little bit of money, then make something with our Stash Buster and earn the right to have the opportunity to have that as a discount.
Right.
So good.
And we've already gone 45 minutes, Heidi. There's no
Are
way.
you serious?
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
Oh, Jamie, Jamie, can't wait a minute. We're only here on our list.
So hang in there. I guess maybe we'll go more.
Okay,
than an
well,
hour.
all right.
I don't
So
know what
we're gonna keep going, and then we'll make sure we touch on the good stuff, and then because then we'll do the extra good stuff after 8 o'clock.
Extra good stuff.
Okay. All right. So let's go to Dog's Life.
Okay.
So let's do a Dog's Life because we've shown this. It's flying out the door, and if you have a dog, you are going to totally understand why you need this panel. And there are wonderful sayings. There's 2 different colorways. They're very, very similar. Yeah. This is called the brown, and it just has blue accents in it. And the way you can tell them apart is that the black version has red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there is a kit, and we have it all bundled together.
And that has both panels in it.
It has both panels in it because you need both panels. And this is QK2207. It's $58.95. And the pattern is even included in here. Yes, I had to stop and think about that a second.
Yep.
And pattern's included. You just need the backing kind of thing. But that is in there.
We will not be making a store sample.
We will not be making a store sample. We don't have.
If you're not wanting to do that, we also have the fat quarter bundles, both way cute. Maybe you need to make a little quilted vest. My niece told me that this weekend that we need
the dog.
Yes. So maybe somebody can do that. One time I suggested on Take Home Tuesday that somebody make a chicken hat, and they did.
Okay, so
maybe
now
somebody make a dog vest.
Yes.
Anyway, the blue wave and brown is FQ283. The red and black is FQ284. Now, there's also another fun pattern that you can make with this.
Yeah. Tic Tac Who, and this is from Canuck Quilter Designs. And I'm going to take it around because what's cute about this, and now the picture with using the fabric is online. Right. You can see that. But not only can you do the dog, but look, there is an owl and a duck. And it is, I think, very sweet. And I love the fact that it's big squares. It's a very doable looking project. So if you're trying to make a gift for somebody, this is one that I think would be.
Turn it around already?
Oh, did I turn it around? No, sorry. There you go. And then you can see the other 2 versions on the back. But isn't that sweet? And if you get really ambitious, I guess you could put all 3 animals on the same quilt if you wanted to.
Or you could make multiple of it. So we're going to touch real quick because we don't have a lot of time on, but be paying attention because we have our bitty chick runner coming very soon, which will include some
video, how-to, a free
pattern,
free download.
Just be paying attention. We actually use the Dog's Life to make it, but it's the Bitty Chick Runner. Be paying attention because that will be coming to you soon. So
that will be coming soon. There's always more to come, right? Okay, let's talk about Stars and Stripes.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
that one because this is another one. We're not making the store sample
I'll take out the
because
eagle.
it's already flying out the door. And the detail on this is unbelievable. The pattern is called In Flight from Pine Tree Country Quilts. And the collection is from Northcott. And the kit itself is QK2204. It's $104.95. Jami is holding up the panel and it's stunning, and I'm looking at it on the camera and it's
beautiful. I mean,
it is just beautiful because there is so much depth to it.
The detail and the eagle alone.
Yep. And didn't Minerva already make it?
Yeah.
Didn't she already get this done?
And the coordinating fabrics that go on, that are in the kit.
And I bet
also,
Minerva's on tonight because she's usually watching.
But also the yardage that's available.
Yeah.
It's just stunning, the detail in it. It's amazing.
It is very, very pretty. And so that, again, this is the
panel
collection itself.
Yeah.
The collection itself is called Stars and Stripes, and it does use an ampersand, not the word and. So if you go and search at the top, do stars and then ampersand, not the word and, because I did that earlier today. The panel is 11749, and then the kit again is QK2204. Yeah. So that
beautiful.
is
Would make a quilt of valor too.
Yes. Okay. So just let's jump to this for a second for a little. So at the end of the day, first of all, there's things during the day. So for example, we have a friend who has been bringing us chocolate.
Yes.
And we must say thank you to him.
Yes.
He obviously knows that we need a little substance throughout the day. And that has been very nice.
And he's not bringing it to us. He's really bringing it for his wife to give a piece to her.
Yes.
But he gives us one too.
Yes. So it's wonderful. And so we have fun with that. So anyway, so if you like chocolate, you're going to need our new chocolate fabric. And we just got in this last week. This is a SKU is 11831. And oh my gosh, it has all sorts of sayings. It's got cupcakes and chocolate. And
I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
Chocolate comes from cocoa.
How lucky am I to have chocolate in my life?
Chocolate comes from cocoa, which is a tree that makes it a plant, so chocolate is salad.
A balanced diet is chocolate in both hands.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on nights like tonight, it's not unusual for us to have to say at the end of the day, I might need a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And so then we have a new wine fabric.
And if you watched our unboxing on whatever Friday, was it Friday? Yeah,
I think it was Friday.
Yes. I just kept going back to it and chuckling because there's so many funny things on this.
And this is 11832. I tried running once, but I kept spilling my wine.
Everything happens for a
Riesling.
Get it?
I get it. And sip, sip, hooray.
I make poor decisions.
It's wine o'clock somewhere. Anyway, it's cute.
Funny. It's great.
It's cute. So this could even be as like the mini table runners.
Oh, perfect.
And again, that will be that mini table runner that Jami was showing you in the dog fabric. Will be available.
Great. It's a great little fun thing to just make a friend or do something fun with, or give yourself whichever way you want to do it.
We always have fun with those kinds of things. And why don't you grab those couple things in the red bag? You start passing them over here, and we'll.
Oh, but Heidi, no. Let's digress.
Oh my gosh! How can we not? Okay, so can they see?
They should be able to see it, and I'll look and see, make sure. But
yes, because I'm
earlier today.
So this is all right as rain. These bolts here, and all up here. It's called Right as Rain. It is by Kim Deal from Henry Glass Fabrics. It's stunning. Look at it as a grouping like that. There are 30 pieces in that group, and it is so exciting for us to get a collection like this in because we know we have a lot of Kim Deal fans out there. So here is our offer for you tonight. We, just because of our situation here, as far as we don't have a lot of meet-in clubs or anything like that. We tend to just, group everything. We have created a simple What's Not Club kit, and it is available. If you buy the kit for the Simple What Not Club, You get all of the fabric, and we're putting all 8 patterns in there for free. Okay, so that is one opportunity to get the patterns. Now, for tonight, if you want, we also have a fat quarter bundle of all 30. I will extend that same offer that if you buy the fat quarter bundle, which is like $105, you will get all 8 patterns. It's an extensive number of pieces of paper, and we are going to have them professionally printed so that you get the best quality patterns. So they probably will not ship out tomorrow, kind of thing, because we haven't even started to cut.
But I wouldn't wait. If you want the fabric, I would not wait.
That's correct. I would not wait. So you have two
Again,
options.
that's the
In
simple
order to get the
whatnots.
simple whatnot patterns for free, you can purchase the fat quarter bundle, and you don't have to tag anything. You can, of course, if you want to, write us a note in the notes field and say, I want the patterns. That's fine. But we're going to know that anybody that places orders in the next 24 hours are going to automatically get those patterns for free. There is also the Riverside Knoll, which is Kim's Stitch Along program. It has 6 installments. It's like 30 pages of instructions because of the way she breaks it down, which is, her instructions are good. Not, that's all good. But that kit, right about $230. If you purchase that, you will get all of those patterns printed off for you. And if anybody's bought ink recently, I'm telling you, it's going to be a good deal to do that. So that is Right as Rain. And of course, you can buy yardage straight off the bolts. Again, it's going to go fast. I know it will because her stuff is gorgeous, and we can't go through every piece. But you can go on the website. I think the images really show it off well. You're in love with several of the colors.
Just don't buy the ones I want.
I was going to say the corally fun colors. And as always, when you look at one individual piece of fabric in her collection, you might go, that's an interesting color. But when I look up here and I see all of them, nothing stands.
And we mentioned it too, that her fabric lines from line to line often can coordinate within each other as well.
Right.
So if you're a Kim Deal collector, or you just like a piece that you have from another collection, you can often mix and match them to still get a very nice looking
absolutely.
project,
Really good stuff. And Kim is such a good designer and stuff. It's fun to see all of her fabrics.
And I cannot tell you those SKU numbers off the top of my head, so you guys got to do the research yourself.
That's right. Right as Rain.
Actually, the fat quarter bundle is 2201, FQ 2201.
Yes, we do know. Yes,
we know that one.
Yes, and again, if you type in Right as Rain or go under New Arrivals into the Right as Rain folder, you will see it. They'll all be in there.
If you do QK220, you'll come. It should pull up, but we don't know what it right.
Some days we just can't do it all. Right. Okay. Now. Let's talk about our Red Bag Club. This is the new red bag that we introduced in 2021 for our 10th anniversary. So if you come in the store and we're a Red Bag Club member, hopefully you've been upgraded to the new one. Not too late. Still plenty of time to do that. So if you haven't, we would love to have you do that. In fact, we just sent out the January birthday cards, and we put on those of you who have not been in to get your new bag, a little reminder to come and get that bag. No cost at getting that bag. Inside each bag and is a set of coupons. Now, there were coupons in it in 2021. Those have expired. Can't use those anymore. Now, in 2022, because we have so many people online and in person, we decided to go with a set of coupons. There's 9. I know that's not one per month, but there's some good coupons. You can decide when you want to do your own specials. Throughout the year, I know we'll throw in a red bag special here and there, but this way, and it fits so nicely into the block. It looks pretty. Yeah. And so I get my days mixed up. On the 1st, so again, we're trying to get all of our technology synced so that we're communicating to you in the right, ways. I sent out an email to people who had gotten this bag in 2021, so that I could send them this, right? So you could download it and have your own. If you did not get that email, or you think you should have gotten that email and didn't,
yeah,
email us info@henandchickstudio.com, Stacy, or call. And Stacy will track that down for you and figure out where the like today, I found a customer emailed me. She thought she should have gotten it. She should have. And for whatever reason, her email didn't sync over. And so we fixed it.
Heidi, I wasn't even in the Red Bag Club.
I know. So, it happens. But lots of good benefits to belonging to the Red Bag Club. And if you go to henandchickstudio.com/Red Bag Club, you will find all of the reasons.
And especially if you're out of state and you have a question or...
Correct. Because over the course of all of our online ordering, if you're out of state and you have spent the $50 or more, that qualifies you. We can tell. So if for some reason you didn't get a red bag and you think you should have, just let us know. Yeah. We're glad to help.
And that would very well be likely, because initially that was just an in-store
thing, and now
extended it beyond that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
not on purpose. We haven't forgot anybody.
No,
it just happens sometimes.
Yep. So anyway, there's about our red bag.
All right. So Heidi, last few comments before they.
We have to do door prizes.
Yeah.
So do you want to work on that? Okay, and I'll go work on door prizes.
Okay. So
keep those comments coming, ladies and gentlemen.
She's going. See if anybody's even commenting at all. I don't know. Oh, wait. We have so many things. Heidi, we're going to talk about what we had to eat over the holidays. And we didn't talk about what we had to eat. Did you have anything good to eat?
I'll bring the cookbook back when I come back over.
I know some of us celebrated holidays in a different way maybe this year than what you've had before. We just had our Christmas this weekend, but it was a great time and a little bit different than it's been in the past, but it was still very meaningful. And if you're part of our creative community, you'll see my post about that. So let's talk about a few more things, shall we? Love this fun kit. We've talked about it before. It's in the back of the store, so we can't show the store sample, but it's the Sewing is My Happy Place message board quilt kit. And we've shown the pattern before, but some of you might really need this right now. It says, grant me the serenity to accept the seams that don't line up and the courage to rip them out and the wisdom to know the difference. You know, sometimes, maybe just speaking from experience, you want that seam to be perfect. And then other times, what is it they say? Janice says it to me. They're not going to see it on a galloping horse riding by, and you can kind of let it go. So you need that wisdom to know. But this quilt kit is like a wall hanging. It's very cute. Quilt kit 21112. So 2112. The Sewing is My Happy Place, which it should be, right? Another thing that we've had recently come through, and again, we're not making a store sample of this because there's hardly any of it left, is the Urban Patchwork Farmhouse Interwoven Star Kit. And this does include a book that has several patterns in it. Love them all, which you probably hear me say a lot. And that one is QK21110, $118.95. It does include the book, so you could also create your own bundle, or if you want a different colorway than the grays. Now, one of the exciting things that you've heard us talking about as we get going here is our quilt table runners through the years. So each month we've come up with a pre-selected fabric bundle that you can choose from. So for instance, here's December, which we actually just did them in December, and we sold a lot of these ones already. But in each one of these months, so December, November, October, these aren't changing throughout the year. So this was kind of inspired like as a thought for a wedding or a shower gift, something that you can make them reversible. But the fabrics in each one of these is you choose the pattern, and we've selected 4 different patterns that you can choose from. So for instance, if you had one of these patterns already, you could buy with all the months of the years bundles and just make the same thing. Now I like the idea, maybe some of you thought this or even saying it, if I wanted to do, let's say in the middle, and I wanted October and December, I can make in the middle on both of them and put them back to back. So there's enough fabric to make these one of your choices of these. And some of them actually you could almost make 2 if you planned it right. So there's one for each month of the year, and that we're pretty excited about it. We've had a very positive thing. This one's fun. This is August. We humor ourselves with the canning. We were thinking about the state fair and what do you do in August, but you can. July, of course, 4th of July. June, anybody like camping out there? We do. I do camp. My mom and dad and us, we always used to camp together. We have a place. So there's a camping in June. May, was it May flowers? There we go. Some little canning flowers. And then, of course, we go back to Easter for April, St. Patrick's Day. So some of these you might be thinking ahead right now for some of those fun things you want to do. And, of course, February, a different planet. It's not your pinks. It's that black and red. But the little reds are in there are hearts. So fun way to get throughout the year, something that's pre-made that gives you options of what you might want to do.
And as I was searching for comments and selecting comments, oh, you guys are doing awesome tonight on those comments. I love them. I think it might be a record number of comments. And Melissa, I'm just going to say, I wish I was in your suitcase tomorrow when you go to Hawaii. She was asking if anybody was watching from Hawaii, and I thought, maybe somebody's been to a quilt shop in Hawaii and should recommend it for Melissa.
Yeah. They would be happy if Melissa came to their quilt
That's
shop.
right.
Except for she'd have to bring it back.
I know.
So she'd probably have to bring more luggage.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that might not work.
Tom doesn't need any clothes. Yes, he doesn't need
You're going to
anything.
Hawaii, you don't need very many clothes.
No, swimsuit,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, and so, yes, I've got, and I have this.
Okay.
I have that because
Okay.
I
You already did.
I
Okay.
spun the wheel. But just to tell you, so we do a cookbook here. This is called Second Harvest. My mom and her sisters created a cookbook back in 1996, and it was such a hit, and of course sold out that their daughters, so myself, my cousins Kari and Ann, we decided that we needed to create a new version of that cookbook, and it's called Second Harvest. It's $14.95. And so my favorite Christmas tradition is that we have chicken and biscuits, and all that information is in this page. But I could tell you from page to page all the different the good recipes. Another one of our favorites, I'll just real quick, is to tell you that the very first appetizer, Midwest corn dip, make that once and you are going to be addicted. Okay, so lots of good recipes in there if you ever need a gift for somebody. $14.95. Okay, now, all right, I'm gonna get them all face up here, face somehow. So I can see that. There we go. So I can see the pattern. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. This package is going to be number 1, and this is Sue Leach. Sue Leach. And now, if I call your name, would you please do me a favor and email us at info@henandchicksstudio.com with your complete mailing address, because it's possible that we don't have that from you, because I don't recognize all of these names because I did a random search. And so if your name is drawn, send us an email so that we make sure that we have your contact information correct in our system. Number 2, which one are we doing? This one. Okay, she's putting a number on them. All right, number 2, Patty Goldsmith. Number 3, and that was, it's called Birthday Rainbow. You're getting 6 fat quarters. That was first. What was the first one? The first person
Love Grows Here
is getting Love Grows Here, and it's 4 fat quarters. This is the Birthday Rainbow Fat Quarter Bundle for Patty, and she's got 6 fat quarters. Number 3 is Around the Farm, and it is a fat quarter bundle of 4 fat quarters, and that's going to Paula K. And number 4 is All Aflutter, and that's 5 fat quarters going to Sandy Potts. And the 5th one is our Wine Lover Fat Quarter Bundle for 4. And I'm smiling just because I happen to know the winner. And that is Kelly Belden. And she'll be coming this weekend for a retreat. So I'm sure she will put that to good use. So congratulations to all of you winners. And I wish we could have everybody be a winner. But certainly we enjoy having you here. Oh God, Jamie, are there any last parting words that I should? There was more. We could go on for.
I would just say if they have any questions,
put them in the comments, email us.
Get a hold of us somehow.
Call us.
We never want anybody to be confused or feel like they don't know something. If they need help with anything, including figuring wide back,
that's right.
If they don't know background, we're happy to help.
We are here. We are here to help. I mean, that's one of the things that earlier today I was commenting on, as Stacy was calling our feathered friends. Is I love hearing the conversations that we have with not only our regular customers, because they're our friends, but also the new friends that we're making with new customers that are coming in. And it warms my heart, because to me, that's what it's all about. We're not just here selling fabric, we're creating a community.
And I'm actually getting to see some comments. And Jan Fitzpatrick just said, because everybody's congratulating winners, and Jan said, well, we're all winners. And I love that.
Absolutely. Jan, we agree with you 100% on that. So without further ado, I'm going to say...
Email one more time. Tell them the email and the phone number.
Okay, email info@henandchicksstudio.com. And if you ever have a hard time remembering what the name of our quilt shop is, because some people try to put extra letters in there, it's Hen, no S, because I'm the hen. And we have chicks. So it's henandchicksstudio.com. So that's the email, and then of course the phone number is 641-366-3336. And we're in Central Iowa. I saw somebody say that how were they in Iowa and missed us? And we don't know. We'd love to have you come back to Iowa someday and find us. But we're in Central Iowa. If you don't know where we're at, again, there's even a map on our website to get you there. So until the next time, we have an unboxing, which is hopefully tomorrow.
Take Home Tuesday tomorrow.
And Take Home Tuesday tomorrow. Oh my gosh, yes. And so we've always got fun things going on. Until the next time, be creative.